Hello YouTube, and welcome to my very first scrapping video here in West Yorkshire, in England, in the UK. Stay with me, see how we do it here in this part of the world. Okay, so here we are. I was lucky enough to acquire this Phillips TV today. The reason I decided to actually go and get it was because, well, it is Phillips, it's a good brand, and there's usually good copper to be had out of these, which is what I really want out of it. I'm stockpiling copper, not because I want to melt it down or make ingots out of it, but basically just because I want to stockpile copper. And also I want aluminium extruded heat sinks out of it, because at some point in the future I do plan on melting down aluminium into ingots and stacking them or selling them. I don't know, we'll see how we get on. And why did I decide to do my first scrapping video? Well, I've already got the YouTube bug. I'm restoring, renovating, replacing the engine on Vauxhall Frontera 3.2 V6 at the moment, and I'm recording that, documenting it and posting all that on YouTube, and I kind of like doing that. So I figure, while scrapping a TV has been done plenty of times before around the world, and I've watched loads of them, believe me, I haven't done it, and I don't think I've ever seen one in Yorkshire yet. Big shout out at the moment to Ewaste Ben in Australia. Thanks, mate. I get a lot of inspiration and a lot of know-how from you. And Moose Scrapper in Maine in the USA. And last but not least, Ian Matthews over in Lancashire. He does a lot of silly stuff and he has a good banter at the same time. Always funny to watch. I'll list all of these people in the notes below. Please let me know what you think anyway. But I'm going to do this. I've already taken the back off of it, the screws off of the back. They were Torx screws, Torx, and a pain to work with. So let's get the back off and I'll show you what's inside. There we go. That was easy enough. And there we have it. That looks very, very simple inside there. Let's have a closer look. Now then, what we've got at the back is a circuit board, just here. And what we've got at the top there is a copper yoke. You all know this anyway, but I'm just going to do it for myself. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, what I want is what I thought was there, is this degaussing cable. Actually, there's two degaussing cables on this one. Not massive, but I have taken these apart before. And it is well worth stripping the sheathing off of these cables for the copper that's inside. So I'm not disappointed with what I've got. It cost me nothing at the end of the day. And the only thing that it is going to cost is a little bit of my time. I've also got extra copper on spools in there. And it doesn't look like there's any extruded aluminium, but there are pieces of aluminium here, which I'll just squish down and put into a pot for melting down later. Let's get on with it. Okay, the circuit board on top of the copper yoke just pulls off like that. And usually the copper yoke is quite a sizable amount of copper usually. Is a bit different to usual because it looks like it's enclosed in some sort of Tupperware dish, and the whole thing is held on by an Allen key screw. So I'm going to have to go get one of those to get that off. Right here, just pulls off. So let's get that off and I'll pull off the copper yoke and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, there we are. I've released that Jubilee type clip, during the course of which, I don't know if you can see that, there's a reminder that you should always wear safety gloves. But for the purposes of this, I'll carry on. Anyway, that's out of the way. All I need to do is give that a quick twist, lift, and it's straight off. And look at all that lovely copper in there. Let me see if I'm focusing. Yeah, that's great. It is number 2 copper because it is coloured. But within there's probably more copper which is number 1. We'll see when I take that apart. This will be a different one because of this Tupperware dish. Next, let's just have a snip at some cables and get these degaussing cables off. When I do these, I normally use this. I haven't used it once yet. It's either been Allen keys or it's been Torx screws. So, with everything out there, we take the circuit board, which I'll take the speaker wires, and what I should have done first, sorry Ewaste Ben, that should have been the first job. I'm a bad scrapper, but we all have to learn, don't we? So there's the circuit board. I'll strip that later. I'm probably not going to video that because you all know about those. More wire for the wire put. I'll take the speakers out of this later as well. They can go in the light iron pot for weighing in. And it's done. It really is that easy. Right, so there we are. That's it done. The back's back on. Who would ever know? The TV is going over to the recycling centre, and I was lucky enough to get all of these cables and a digital set-top box, which I'll strip as well. The cables will just go in domestic insulated wire. I'm not going to strip those. The pins on the, I think you can see those, the brass pins on the mains plugs, I'll pull those off and they can go in my brass bucket. That's going to take quite some time to build up. So I've just got to deal with the copper in the yoke and the copper spools on the circuit board, and that's me done for that little scrapping video. I don't think it's been very good, but let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll do something a little bit different next time. The last couple of things I've done have been a microwave, yawn, and a PC, which I do enjoy doing. They're always interesting and there's always something to be had out of them. Take a look at the links that I've put in below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Give me the thumbs up if you liked it, or the thumbs down indeed if you didn't like it, and hopefully I'll see you soon in another